So here we are in February of 2021, and I feel like the nation Trinidad and Tobago has been completely rocked by the murder of young Andrea Bharatt. And Andrea is just one more young person who's added to the list of very, very unfortunate things happening. But today I want to hone in and talk a little bit about the collective traumatic stress that the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago have been experiencing over the past few weeks. What is traumatic stress really? If a person experiences a traumatic event, or if they witness someone experiencing it, or likewise if a close friend or family member has experienced something that is life-threatening or harmful, then it is likely that that person or that group would experience some form of stress, discomfort, distress. And some of those symptoms look like different things for different people. For example, some people may become quite avoidant, and all of a sudden, because of the stress, because of the incident or a reminder of the incident, they may find it difficult to speak to people, so they may become very reserved, very quiet. Others may not be able to follow through with their regular routine. So you might find all of a sudden it's difficult for them to get up and get ready and go to work and so on. Some people, all of a sudden, they have no interest in their regular activities, their hobbies, their daily routines of cleaning and exercising and so on. So some people become avoidant, other people become what we call hyper-aroused. And that simply means that they have a lot of physical and emotional symptoms that make them a little bit reactive. So you might find that they are easily startled, they are hyper-vigilant, always kind of looking around, always very aware of their surroundings, their hearing becomes very acute, and so on. Other people actually re-experience symptoms. So that means that they may have flashbacks, nightmares, intrusive thoughts. They find themselves kind of going over the event over and over in their minds. And I found it important to deliver this message today because there has been a lot of awareness and a lot of publicity about the Andrea Bharatt murder. And I feel as though because of the amount of coverage on social media and on the news, some people are fully immersed in all of the details about this case and other cases that are resurfacing. And I feel that it is very important for a certain level of self-care to step in. I feel that the idea of helplessness plays a major role here. People are talking about a lot of things. They're talking about the injustice that has been done and the systemic issues that surround it, be it the court, be it the police, be it the legislation, be it the enforcement of the law, and so on. But generally, I feel people feel that they can't do anything about the issue, and that in fact may be inducing a lot of stress and a lot of worry. So today I want to talk about 4 really quick tips. The first one is to minimize the media exposure. So yes, it is important to be informed and to be au courant with everything that's happening so that you can protect yourself, protect your family. But in order to also protect your mental health, it's important to take breaks in between looking at articles and videos on social media, on WhatsApp, on Facebook, and so on. Take breaks. And in those breaks, it's important to do positive activities such as exercise, spending time with positive people, talking about constructive, productive things in order to counteract the level of stress that may have been induced. It is said that when we experience a traumatic event, either in real life or if we look at video footage of it, our body releases some level of cortisol, that hormone that sends us into the fight or flight reaction. All right, so it's important to do those activities that kind of bring our levels of cortisol back down to a nice calm degree. It's also important to make stress reduction a priority. Yeah, we just have to stop for a second and say, well, this is not a normal occurrence in our environment that has happened. The number of persons that are going missing, the number of instances of violence and murder and so on. We should really stop for a moment and say, I need to take proper care of my mental health, because this is very, very irregular circumstances in the environment in which I live. And to purposely create routines that are going to give you that support and that positivity. Yeah? 2 more tips for you. I think especially in this case with the murder of this young girl, I feel it is important for people to challenge the sense of helplessness that they might be feeling. So different persons may have to look at what they are comfortable with, all right? Because when we take real and tangible steps towards bringing some sort of relief to the greater problem, then we experience some sort of psychological ease in the distress that we're feeling. So some people may want to write articles and post them online on a blog. Some people may want to take a more active role and march and protest. Some people may want to have meetings with an NGO or with the church group in their community to organize neighborhood watches, campaigns, and so on. So I feel it's important to address the sense of helplessness by taking real and tangible steps to somehow contribute to solving the problem. And the last tip that I want to leave you with today, and it's my favorite tip of all, it's connecting with others. There is no better way to address the stress that you might be feeling by talking to other people and kind of hearing, well, how are you coping? You know, and what are you doing about it? And what are your thoughts about this? And it also creates an avenue for you to say how you feel. Yeah? So, all in all, I want to say that collectively as a people, there has been a tremendous demonstration of support to Andrea's family and to the families of all of the other young people and young women who have been victims of violence recently. And I feel if we could go one step further and really just convey and transform that grief and that stress into something positive, we might be taking a step in the right direction. So if you feel as though you need to talk to someone professionally about the level of stress, grief, hurt, or worry that you might be experiencing as a result of this case, or if it has reminded you of a loss that you have experienced, or maybe even a violent experience that you have had for yourself, then I urge you to call the Opening Lotus. 491-2840. You can email us, WhatsApp us, hit us up on social media, and we can have a talk on the phone and decide if counseling is good for you at this point in time in your life, and we can take it from there.